It's okay.
Pranked back there.
Yeah, but ask them not to prank. This is one area I'm not looking for pranks. Who pranked you, Sal?
Guys in the God studio.
They told you.
Give me specific names who told you to come running in.
Well, I'm in the green room, and Ronnie says, come on, come in.
Ronnie specifically told you to come in.
So I come in, and I want to take a look at this. And of course, I guess somebody could be Steve Langford's coming in now, so... Pranked. Busted.
So Ronnie's in on it, and who else? I want the names of the people who are sabotaging my show. I want the names.
I guess Scott.
Scott the engineer, Ronnie dreamt this up. Would you two fucking nitwits get in here?
The Scores, man, is about having fun, motherfuckers.
I mean, really give me a goddamn break.
Scores, man, got a tattoo.
I'm doing a show. I can't have people running in.
I'm Scores, man, damn
it.
I'm about getting
I'm gonna fucking fire both of you assholes. I'm in there fucking fighting to keep you fuckers here. What is
I gotta say, they ran this by me, and
Ronnie, what are you fucking doing out there?
We did that. We were talking to Artie. I asked Artie what he thought of it. Thought it was funny. That's all.
It's not funny to me.
And he thought it was a great
It's
idea.
so difficult to do this show. You have no fucking comprehension for me. And you cocksuckers want to fucking send this guy in. Now, when he runs in, here's the chain reaction. I got to stop what I'm doing. I got an audience waiting to hear some fucking humorous pieces and things that are interesting. You guys don't have that.
You think that was funny?
No, man. I fucking don't, Ron. I don't want you out there doing fucking bits. I need you being a fucking security guard. If you can't handle it, get back in the fucking limo and let's get somebody else up here.
Okay.
You're killing me. You're sending Steve in, and it's a great joke. You're having fun out there. I understand it's exciting for you. You're out of the limo, and you're now a personality. But I need you. I can't have you doing that. I'm being as serious as I can be. I need somebody out there who's got a fucking brain, who's got, a serious approach to this thing.
I do.
If Steve runs in, it's funny to you, but what happens to me is it breaks everything I'm fucking planning. Now I'm on this. I need you out there doing your fucking job. Really, if you can't do it, bros, don't do it. There's plenty of the people who want to do it.
How much weight did you just lose?
And what's with you?
We apologize.
In the day, people want to get rid of you here. I'm busting my balls here for you. Don't dream up, do great things that we can use on the air.
$2.97.
Sending Steve Langford to run in the middle of something I'm doing ain't gonna help me and ain't helping Steve. It fucks me up. I don't want to be pranked ever.
Get on the mic.
I prank, no one else.
Okay.
I'm the prankster here, boy. This is my world. I'm just letting you get a taste of it. And when I pull you out of this world, it's torture.
Make the speech from
Don't come in here, Richard.
Now I'm going to smell like Richard the rest of the day.
Sit down.
No, sit down. It's not funny.
No.
Give me a fucking break.
Sit down. I'm trying to do a serious interview.
I hate fucking work. And then when I'm pranked by my own people,
I know.
it sucks.
It's the same ones. It's the exact same
I'm telling you, Ron.
I say I'm sorry.
What are you fucking doing out there? Think about how to keep order out there.
I do.
So when I walk out of here at the end of the show, nobody bothers you. Nobody bothers me. No, people bother me.
I'll tell Tim not to bother you.
All right, good. Tell Tim, tell Doug Goodstein, tell everyone. That's
I have to say, they told me about it. I said I think it's funny.
Well, it isn't funny.
They thought that it was a prank on Steve, not you.
No, it's me. I got to deal with Steve running in here. I'm trying to fucking organize things.
No.
It sucks.
I fell.
It's not funny to me. It's just all it did was interrupt. I was about to talk about Cindy Crawford. So then Steve comes running in. Now I got to switch. I got to switch gears. Maybe you're fucking against me. I don't know. Maybe you two fucks are so jealous of me that you can't fucking function out there without figuring out how to fuck me up. I don't blame you for being jealous. Being me is better than being you. It sure is. Right. You're goddamn right. So stop it.
And then I dislocated my
Because I want to continue being me. I'm not going to let you two fuckers fuck me over.
2 Fridays ago.
That's it.
It was really because I had to go to Joplin, Missouri.
Bullshit.
To teach a big exercise class.
Something like that happens.
It's not funny. It's not fun.
I'm too nice a fucking guy. I'm telling you right now. No one fucks with my show. No one.
Do you not have a love?
You're gonna fuck. You two are gonna fuck with my show. You think you're that fucking good? Let's fuck with each other and see who
I
wins.
didn't call anybody. I had to get on a...
I can fuck too.
Who are you in love with?
I can fuck.
Who's the better fucker?
We'll see who fucks better.
You're wonderful. You would love them, Howard, if you ever came to
I mean it,
LA.
Robin. I'm sorry. I mean it. I'm working too goddamn long. Sitting fucking Hartford banging my head into the wall, trying to get a show together so I could fucking one day make a living for my family.
Yeah, no one comes.
These two guys, and then I bring them into the party, and they're out in the hall. And go, what can we do? What can we do?
What we can do.
We'll send Steve in, and we'll break up the train. Let's say Steve comes in. Let me explain the joke to me. Tell me how it's funny. Because I don't know. Everybody up there was laughing. Who's everybody? Tell me who's laughing.
Everybody in the board.
Everyone was laughing. They said, what we'll do is we'll trick Steve to run in early. But how does the audience get it? In other words, you guys are good at coming up with shit that makes you laugh at my expense. How is it? So now I have to explain to the audience your joke? I mean, give me a break. Come up with something I can really use. Go out with a tape recorder today, Ronnie and Scott, and go out and record something funny. Make a phony phone call. Do what Steve does. Go out on the street and make a fucking report out of nothing, out of Elliot Hoffman's ticket.
That's his job. I don't do his job.
You know, that's right. But you're not doing your job. You're busy doing other things. I didn't hire you to do a bit.
Yes.
I know not. I know enough not to.
How?
You're funny. You're a guy who's funny in the hall. You and Ron are funny in the hall.
Robin, help me, please.
Being funny on the air, that's a whole nother deal. See, that's where you gotta really fucking lay it on the line. You gotta be funny in here.
No, you know why. No, I don't. No, it hurts.
Ronnie's never been funny. He thinks since he yells out "fuck some whores," he's gonna be funny. It ain't funny.
Come here and I'll make it better. Come here,
It's not funny.
Let's fuck some whores.
It's pathetic.
Let me see
the whole thing.
Big Bruce.
What other show could turn you, Scott the Engineer, into any kind of stuff? I had to work hard. I looked at you. I said, "This is who I got to turn into a star."
I'm not a star.
But people know you.
They do know.
I work hard at it. Fred's got to sit and make a cockamamie impression of you to make you funny.
No, I don't want to talk. I want to talk about Congress. I haven't talked to you since.
Do me a favor, man. Don't fuck with me. Okay. Because I'll fuck back with you. And you will not like it. And neither will you, Ronnie.
Yeah, I know.
I'll win. I'm telling you, I'll win.
We know you.
I always win. I'm a winner.
You have a sponsor now.
I want to know this joke here. So what was it that you hoped would happen? Why is it funny? Explain it to me.
I was editing a show the other day that just so happens it came upon. Here's Steve Langford in the news.
Right.
And Ronnie cracked up, we both cracked up, and we just, at the same time, we both this played and he heard it. I was playing it, and if he heard it by accident and just ran in, would it be funny?
To you too. But how does it benefit me? You're here to benefit me. The only reason I have you here and Ronnie here is to make my life easier. So you made my life more difficult today.
We apologize.
Yeah, we apologize.
No, you made my life more difficult.
I'm sorry.
You didn't fucking. Who did you make laugh? You and Ronnie? First of all, honestly, I don't want Ronnie talking to you. I want Ronnie doing his job in the hall. That's what I've been trying to say. Enough with Ronnie, the scores man, or headquarters man, whatever the fuck it is this week. And enough with you. I mean, I want you doing your job.
Well, could you put that out, please? I have
I mean, yesterday, what was late? The bit you were supposed to put in Robin's ears? I'd rather you concentrate on that.
The reason for that was a clip.
You were busy with Ronnie. Listen, I don't want you even talking to Ronnie. You're forbidden to talk to Ronnie. I want you concentrating on, if you're talking, Ronnie has nothing to do with bits.
Congratulations.
Nothing. But that's why I asked you about your life.
You got to see The Rock?
He has nothing to do with bits. He's not Ronnie the prankster.
I thought I broke something.
He's getting too comfortable. You're getting comfortable.
I'm not comfortable.
There's nothing comfortable in my life. I'm uncomfortable 24 hours a day, and the people who work with me should be
It's sort
uncomfortable.
of a personal question.
No one should be comfortable. How old are you?
We're uncomfortable now.
Good.
It's sort of hard for me to concentrate.
I'm worried about you, honestly. I mean, what am I doing here?
I think your image probably
My own people sabotage me.
I think you're lonely.
Steve Langford's out there waiting because I have to call for him, and then he comes in. I don't even get this joke. How was I going to find it funny? What was I going to do? How was I going to be in on the joke? So I have to now explain your joke to the audience? Explain this to me, this humor of yours. I don't get it. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Maybe you guys are cutting edge. Maybe you two should go up and do a radio show. Maybe that's what you should do. Maybe I'm holding you back. Be my guest. You, the Ron and Scott show. Sounds familiar. And you could do bits. You could have guys run in on your show while you're supposed to be doing something else. So,
It used to be Barbara Streisand.
yeah, that guy's cracking up.
The hottest one.
You guys are a comedy splash. Everything's a joke.
I came here to talk about Congress.
We're going to talk about that. I'm talking about fucking.
Joke's on Steve. Joke's on me. Everyone's laughing. You guys are unbelievable.
When is the last time Richard, get over here.
I don't even get the joke. Do you, Robin?
No, I don't see how it was supposed to be funny. Steve walks in, he's confused, we're confused. That's not funny.
Now, of course, I've probably turned it into something fun. See, that's my job. Whatever you clowns come up with, I'll turn into fun.
You fixed it.
I fixed it. See, Ronnie, you do the whole mess. Well, it actually turned out to be good, didn't it?
See, we got to do this again. Look at how good it turned out.
It turned out horrible for me. And, I had something very funny for you, last child.
Yes.
All right, thanks. Thanks for the help. If you can help me in any other way, let me know. Or just surprise me, because I trust your comedy instincts. Because Scott's known around here for being funny. And Ronnie's a scream. I can't tell you how many people come up to me and tell me how funny Ronnie is.
You didn't realize how funny they were. And all this time they've been sitting around wasting their talent.
Because I just love food. I mean, you're
Being engineers
you're raised
and
in New Orleans, Louisiana.
drivers.
It's all food. I was raised right in the French Quarter. I was raised 5 blocks away from mother.
What's the matter with you? With weight loss,
We're not funny.
You can't be that naive.
What happened?
You're deflecting my...
You guys screwed up.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's going on, Howard? Hey, now.
No,
Hey, now.
no. I
What's
just
wrong
really
up your ass?
Did you have friends?
You got to understand something, Joe. I'm sitting here doing a show, and Ronnie and Scott are in the halls figuring out how to jerk me off. I can't have that.
Yeah, but was it that big of a deal?
Yes, I'm in here preparing for my next segment.
Something else. Just for a
Everybody's
second.
on the chopping block.
Just for a
all of
second.
No. Wow, boy, if you don't get what I'm talking
He
about.
doesn't understand that this would escalate. If you let this go,
Why did he...
that it would be more and more of this here.
It's not even, it does me no good what they did. In other words, I've got to explain out of the audience why Steve is in
wear a
there.
costume. Like, why will you never wear...
And then they wanted to hear me say to Steve, hey, Steve, you shouldn't be in here now. And,
Right, throw
This is
Steve
not a
out.
costume. This is a uniform.
you know,
Okay,
I
fair
don't
enough.
understand.
Part of the problem is
I can't have anarchy here.
Batman.
one of the things is you just smack on the hand every now and
When you
then.
were a child,
and the
I'm
guys
curious.
take it-
This show is actually, what am I going to do? And then if I fire everyone, well, what are you going to think of me? The show is actually important to me. Believe it or not, I take it that seriously. I would imagine that's why I'm successful.
I sort of stay by myself.
You never slept over
It's important to me that you are a fan of mine. Believe it or not, I actually like my fans. I respect them, and I respect the fact that they demand a good show from me. My fans were kind enough to follow me to pay radio.
Hold it, let's see if this works out. Jenny,
So I have a bond with my audience. I know where my bread is buttered.
This is Jenny.
And if I'm in here trying to do a good job,
Morning.
and I
I'm
got
the
guys in the hall
biggest fan of yours
sabotaging me,
for so
I got to
long.
erupt.
You're
See,
so amazing.
because
I just wanted
my
to know
fans
if
demanded of
perhaps
me,
you would want to
and
go
I
on a
demanded
date
of
with
me. I'm not going to disrespect you, Joe, when you're paying $13 a month.
Would you date a 22-year-old?
And I'm not going to let anybody fuck with that bomb.
It just sounded
super
over
hot,
the
and I exercise
radio.
all
It
the
sounded
time,
like
Richard,
you
and I
just
eat right
went
just
off
for
big
you.
time.
I did go off big time.
What happened?
Fred, am I inappropriate here?
I don't know what those guys were trying to do.
That's what I'm saying. So what am I supposed to do? Thanks for... and Scott's got a ton of work to do.
I mean, I understand good jokes, I understand funny jokes, but the joke just didn't translate. And it fucked everything
for
up.
Scott and Ronnie to be doing practical jokes on the staff here. I've asked Ronnie a million times to be the voice out there that says no jokes. Let's get
And
serious.
it's hard for people to take him seriously if he's now has the identity of a prankster.
He's a prankster. He's becoming a new persona.
So if people don't take him seriously, that's one of the reasons.
I'm never. I don't.
Do you think she
I mean, I need this guy to
She
stand
sounds like a
security.
very sweet
Let
girl.
me explain what happened, because maybe you'll understand it clearer.
What?
And I hate when people do this to me. Sometimes they'll come to me and they'll say, "Do you think it'll be funny?" Or
Howard.
so they call me into the.
Don't ask Artie what's funny.
If they call me into the studio and they're cracking up over this idea, and they explained it to me that they were going to play that fake intro and have Steve Langford run in here.
And that requires work.
Right. And I said, well, listen. I said, is it funny as a practical joke on Steve Langford? Absolutely. That makes me laugh. But you know what? You got to gauge. I said, you got to gauge the moods, Howard. You got to time it properly.
There's no mood for that. There's no mood I've ever been in.
But I said to them, if you do it, I won't leave you hanging. I will say you ran finally first.
Why didn't they run it by Gary first?
When is the last
Because Gary would say, don't go in the studio.
Yeah, because you guys are idiots.
They were looking for validation for someone in here, and I guess I.
Listen,
But I
you
gotta
play
tell you something.
Carnegie Hall. Advance us on.
But listen, let me
And
tell you
I said, guys, listen, on one level it is funny as a joke on Steve, and I can see why people out here would laugh at that, but
If Picasso's painting a masterpiece, you don't want his driver throwing water on it. That's how I feel about
adding
that.
paint. You don't need him painting.
Nothing funny. And here's the thing with Ronnie. I hired Ronnie, I don't know how many years ago. It might be 30 years ago.
Richard, what are you
And I've said to him ever since, you got to prove to me every day you're not a creep.
Something to try to help our children.
Because, my first impression of Ronnie was just
and they
really
never
big
really
creep.
had a weight problem. But the majority
He
of
used to
people
write me
out there have
he wrote
kids,
me a
and if
note
you've been watching the news,
in
it's
big
getting
block
worse.
letters, like almost in
Between
crayon.
2000
Yeah, I can't believe he works
2005,
for...
I know.
People
And I
who
said,
are
listen,
over
I'm
100
still
pounds,
trying to erase that first
50%
letter you
up.
wrote to my house.
50%
I'm a
up.
big
We're in
fan,
trouble.
and I
Our
will be
kids
your
are in
friend.
trouble.
That's a lot of fat.
I mean,
So
it was
I
the
came here
worst note I
last
ever
time,
got from somebody.
and
It's
I
the creepiest
asked
thing I ever got
to
in the
ask
mail.
your listeners
I
to come and fill out
said to my wife at the
questionnaire
time,
on
I
my
said,
website, richardsimmons.com.
gotta stay away from this guy. I got one limo ride from him, and he's writing me a letter.
Yeah, but now he
How many of
drives
you
you all the time.
listeners
How does that
actually went to
happen?
my website
He had a good price.
and filled out the complete form?
Hey, Howard, I think I understand a lot more now, and the only thing I really have to say at this point is, what the fuck was wrong with those guys?
Just from
they
this
ought to be
one
ashamed
show.
of themselves, and they're very disrespectful.
No, wait. So I got
Well, that's right.
70,000 questionnaires finished.
Joe,
I'm on the same page now.
And I flew to
thank you.
Washington last month, and I met with
Joe,
a couple
I mean, come on.
Congressman
All right,
Wong
thank you.
and
Okay.
Congressman
Understand,
Kine
thanks.
and George Miller and all of these wonderful congressmen, and we dropped
is going
our
on
first
out there?
bill
Toke.
in the House of
Hey, Howard,
Representatives.
what's going on?
It's
Man, I
HR
think it's time you clean
1224.
shop. You got
What
two
does it say?
assholes
Which is
running
trying to
like
get
that doing bullshit,
PE
and then
back in the
you got
school
Sal,
system.
calling
under
your
the
guest
No Child Left
girlfriends,
Behind
ugly
Act,
cunts.
which is going to be
You know,
reauthorized
it's time
in
to clean
May.
shop.
Now, what happened was 5 years ago, the No Child Left Behind Act
Hardy's
came.
bored with this.
I just want to get through the next 3 years, let everyone have a good time. Be reasonable, do their job, and we'll all get out of here with our dignity.
Artie?
That's all.
Or what's left.
Artie, let me finish this. Artie, wake up, let me finish this.
Crazy what's going on here today.
So I went
Crazy.
to Congress in a
Jerry,
nice
you're on
suit.
the air in Los
I
Angeles.
actually went to,
Yeah, Howard, I agree
to
with
see
you
Congress. They
100%
let
what
me
he's out
in.
for doing your
I
show.
went to
You know,
all and met
from
all
day
these
one, he's trying to
congressmen,
do a
and we
good
dropped
show.
our bill.
And make us laugh and keep us happy.
The majority of schools don't have it. Some have it 15 minutes a week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep their jobs.
Behind law, it is reading, math, and science. And they took a lot of things out. 15 states, Howard, don't have
We got
recess.
plenty of things to do. Plenty to do, Joe.
No recess, no recess.
They still have lunch already.
Richard is right.
Thank you. Well, let me tell you, there's a lot worse jobs they could be having than this one. This Ronnie was driving a limo, had to sit there and wait for people from the Today Show back and forth.
And teach them that it should be a part of
And eat
their
their
everyday
shit.
life.
And then it
You know
was
what?
fun to exercise. It would be very good.
Scott, I don't know.
Okay, so I went.
K-Rock,
Well, let me
ready to
finish
throw
this,
him right out the
please,
door.
Howard. This is the most
I wouldn't
important
allow
crusade
it.
I've ever had in my
Stood
life.
up for my man.
I mean, everyone's talking about the obese kids. No one seems to be doing anything about it.
You're a good
Johnny
man
Mo.
that way.
Yo, Howard, Johnny Mo, big
Mom
fan.
works, Dad
Yo,
works.
I think
They're
I
not
want
going
to
to get
prank
it
you
at
too,
home.
man. I'm
The
going
only
to
place they
pretend you're Imus,
is
and I'll
in a
just be a
school
caller.
for
Let the
7
caller
8
start
hours.
pranking you too.
Some schools
Yeah, why
have
doesn't everyone
extended
prank me?
it to 9 hours.
Let's all have
It's
a
all about
blast.
getting our kids ready for jobs that will compete with kids
Jack,
all
go
over
ahead.
the country. So now I come back and I want to
Howard,
ask you.
you're a genius,
You can
right?
go to my
I mean, I
website,
love you.
richardsimmons.com,
Can't you figure
and you
out
can
that
press on, and it'll tell
fucking
you who
Ronnie's
your
gotta
congressman
go?
is.
Scores,
I'm asking
man. I
your
mean, he's
listeners,
just
and I know
security
they're
guard
busy.
and a driver,
If they
and
could
he's
come to
like-
richardsimmons.com.
Maybe I'm not a genius. It's finally hitting me. I'm not. I thought I was. I thought I was a radio genius. Maybe I'm only an idiot savant.
Don't prank me.
16,000
I'm telling you,
people
there
to
could
do
be
that
something
so
wrong with
far.
me.
Well, we're
That's
voting
what
for
I'm starting to
St. John.
realize
We can
now.
do this as well.
Yeah, we can vote for Richard's
We can
bill.
vote for
Yes,
Richard's
Dan.
bill. We
So-
will back you. We'll back you. Listen to me.
It's richardsimmons.com.
You don't have
It's
to
right
beg.
there.
You don't have to beg. We'll do it.
Yes, Dan.
If I say we'll do it, we'll do it. My listeners
You know,
will
I
do it.
work as an
They're
insurance
not assholes.
adjuster in the
And
auto
wouldn't it
all
be
day
great
long.
if
And
we
my
could
only
knock
bright
out
spot of my
obesity
life
in
is
children
listen to your
so
show.
they don't grow up to
And
be
today
obese
was-
teenagers
I
and
want my
obese
money back from
adults?
Ronnie, because
Well,
today
I
was
will
like a
go
downer
and
for him to do that to
recommend
you.
It was a downer for me. I'm shocked.
Scores, man, is about having fun, motherfuckers.
You know, this means so much to me. Because I was a little fat
It
kid.
certainly is.
And
He's
I
having a
didn't
good
look
time.
PE, but the
I'm
PE
scores, man,
doing
damn
for
it.
schools is
And I'm
different than
about getting
sports.
drunk. I'm about having fun. I'm about having a good time. I'm about meeting girls. I'm about meeting guys. And whoever doesn't like it can go fuck themselves, because that's what I'm all about. I'm scores, man.
That's
And
what he's
that's
all
what
about.
scores, man, is all
I
about.
didn't want to show my
Were
penis.
you like the last pitch?
And he's
if there
about
was
ruining
ever a
radio shows, too,
paging
with his
to be
humor.
way. He can add that to the list. He's now about a new thing.
Because he's all about being funny.
Happy, Robin.
I still think no one picks it.
Ha-ha.
That's what I was getting at. You fall on your ass.
What is it,
and
Howard?
Kill yourself.
Hey, guys.
No one is there to pick up the pieces.
Totally
and
get
love
what
you.
you're saying, Howard.
What's
But
gonna
like
be
Pat
your
Cooper
life?
said,
Well, you know, I
you
had
are the
I was supposed to
genius
catch another
of you.
plane,
Right.
and you know,
You
I had to go to
understand what you did
Missouri,
with
and I
that
ended up
bit?
staying over,
First
and I
of
had
all,
to go to
there's
Arkansas.
silence
and then I had
that
to drive
follows
to
your little
Missouri.
tirade.
It's just
They
like
say
me.
they're not supposed to be
It's me
silence on
and my
radio.
dogs
That was
and my
radio
housekeepers
fucking
and-
gold.
Well,
And I
Howard,
have a
I wasn't
beautiful
feeling very golden right there, but I'm glad you enjoyed my
Turn that
tirade.
thing around. Listen to me.
But I don't want to turn around their thing. I want to turn around my thing.
No, I don't
Listen,
go
make
away.
those two
I'm
guys
taking,
make you
several
a
hundred
formal
people on a cruise
apology
to
a la
Toulouse.
Sal.
No, I'm done with it.
And you will not.
All right.
You know
I
what?
love that.
You know what? I want to tell you something. It's a good thing in a way
Well,
this
I
happened
have
because
hundreds
Ronnie
of
was
men
planning
and
his
women
next
that weigh
big prank where
200, 300,
he was putting an ejector seat in my limo where we would be in traffic and then I would just fly out of the limo.
You think that would be funny?
Yes. Oh, no, he had it all set up for Howard TV. Don't worry. He's got his next big prank.
I had people who were so sick.
You got that cake for Ronnie, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's
How much are you worth? Because I mean, you're always.
What am I going to get him? A diet?
Talk to me about your next
Treadmill?
Why don't you get him one of those celebrity trainers? Throw it on Howard TV. Get this fucker in shape.
He doesn't want that. He wants a
What's a celebrity trainer? I mean, a hot chick?
All my gifts for Artie include food. I'm taking them to dinner.
I think Richard Simmons is worth.
I'm taking. I got him a cake.
Food and booze.
How about that trainer from The Biggest Loser, Howard? That hot chick.
There is one hot one.
You like the blonde, right?
Can
Oh
you hook
yeah.
that up?
I would take a hot chick trainer.
Yeah, that he'd like.
Why did you
And we'll have the
go
cake
public
together.
with
Debbie, go ahead in Richmond.
Hey, I think that today Ronnie's got her funny for the first time ever.
No. You think I was funny with what I did with Scott and Ronnie? You didn't do it for money.
But listen, this might tell you something about me. I also agree with Scott the Face's politics.
Are you going to cry?
No.
Okay.
But
You know,
Robin,
the next big stunt they're planning,
in
Rob.
this country,
Do you think that's funny that I agree with Scott?
No, I mean, a lot of people agree with Scott's politics. Most of the country voted for George Bush. What am I going to tell you?
If everybody's overweight, who's
No, I
treating
didn't.
people like garbage? He didn't.
You're going to tell me who I voted for? You were in the booth with me?
Everybody's overweight,
you
who's
voted
treating
for the
everybody
first
like
one.
garbage?
No, I did not.
Well, no, I'm not saying that
No.
everyone's overweight,
Oh
but
my
you know, in our
gosh, that's one
country,
reason I
we're
voted for
judged
him,
by the
because you did.
pound.
What
are you doing?
Then you're not listening very.
Now you're being funny.
Yeah.
Do you, how many homes do you have?
Do you fly
Enough of
commercial?
her.
Yes,
Not
I do.
in the
You do?
mood.
Yes.
She should get a job of watching people in the halls. Got the same logic. The next stunt, they're going to drive a car right through the studio. Right through the wall. A big car.
They're out there running it by everybody now. Everybody's laughing.
Everyone thinks it's funny.
Scott has a tape of you going, okay, good, let's drive a car through the studio right now.
You know what's weird? I rely on Ronnie to keep weirdos out of the studio, but he's a weirdo.
She's 5 feet 1.
How would he know?
Yeah, but Howard, come on, be a
To
little
keep himself out.
I mean,
You
for
know,
God's sakes.
what's amazing
So he said,
about
would you
this
call
whole
my
thing,
daughter?
too,
And I
is
I am sympathetic.
I
you
said,
could
of
have
course I'll call
seen
her. And
how
so,
funny
when
they
I get
thought
to my
it
room,
was.
no matter what city I'm in,
I know.
I make phone calls
Like,
and I try
and
to
the
make
difference
people
in-
feel good about themselves and give them some hope.
It's a
so
180.
funny.
It's a 180. I mean, but
It's not even fun. It's like, yeah, okay, you two thought it was funny, but like no one else knows.
well, your point.
It's not even well conceived.
Where you're right on the money is it's funny as a practical
sleep
joke
with
back
dogs.
there.
Right,
Dalmatian.
but they're doing their
And
own
in the
show out there. I
studio,
told Ronnie I don't want to
doesn't
do
make
a
them-
show back there. I don't need a show in the hallways. The show's in here.
Be a little sympathetic to
Anything
these
that goes on in here.
Spears.
Doing a show out there for nobody.
Do you follow that story at
For
all?
Scott the
Well,
engineer.
that's why he finally had to invade the studio.
We
He was
had-
getting all of his humor.
Yeah, you know what? He's being ignored out there.
That's right.
Boy, if that isn't a cry for please put me on the air.
I'm being.
Hey, Ronnie, why not release rats in the studio? That would be funny.
It was not good.
I mean, wouldn't it be funny to hear us all scream?
Really, you want me to get the
I used to go on the air.
Did you work with him?
Artie, what do you think?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
The new comedy writing team.
And were you friends?
No.
You remember how
He was
Frankenstein,
not nice
the
to me.
doctor,
He was not
felt
nice
when
to
he
me.
created the
Sucked up to me
Frankenstein
when some of the
monster?
ratings go up.
Remember how what a shithead he felt like?
emulated a lot
Like he was
of
like,
the
I'm going
elements
to
of my
turn
show.
death into life. People are going to love me.
The day that I saw this man.
That's how I felt when I tapped Scott and
walk through the
Ronnie
halls
to
of
work here, you know?
NBC,
It's
a
lie. I'm going to give these two guys a job.
That
And
is
then,
not true.
yeah,
It is
then all of a
absolutely
sudden,
Absolutely
like the
true.
Frankenstein monster.
And I've said that all along. Why?
They killed their
He's
creator.
whacked out of his
They-
skull.
yeah.
And lovely girl, name was Brenda.
Robin knows.
It's just funny, you know how
Boy,
shit...
am I an asshole? I'm an asshole like Frankenstein. He doesn't deny it.
You know how shit rolls downhill?
Yeah.
So, you just pummeled Scott for 20 minutes or whatever. One of the interns just went in to ask to borrow a set of headphones to the rapper show and yelled at her.
See, now that's ridiculous.
If he had been doing his job, he wouldn't be yelling at anyone.
Do you think that people...
I'm really surprised that they didn't run it by me. They run everything by me.
No, because this was so good.
But they ran it by everybody but me.
Well, why do you think? Because in the deep back of their mind, you'd say no. And you're wrong, Gary. You've only been doing this for 20-plus years. You wouldn't know what I like.
This will be great.
Right. If they wait around for your advice,
you've got to bypass him. He's only going to cockblock you.
Maybe he is sorry.
Going to cockblock our bit.
I walked in here and I said to myself, I should probably at least tell that to Gary. And then I thought of telling you, so it would really be a joke completely on Steve. Because I felt they could.
Would you like to know?
And Ronnie is so mentally off that he thinks I like this.
Would you like to know?
Scares me.
Would you like to know the other joke? They had two jokes. They were decided they couldn't. The other one was going to be to lock the door.
That's right.
So that Steve couldn't get in.
Do me a favor, lock the door on those two so they can't get in ever again.
You didn't think that was funny?
No.
We all want.
There is no God.
Why did Scott yell at her for doing her job, the intern?
Because he's pissed.
I'm
not saying it's right.
She's doing her job.
She was totally doing her job.
The one guy I rely on to keep the fucking mental cases out of here is Ronnie. And I realize I can't trust him.
Well, take off your glasses.
You gave the keys to the inmates.
Yeah.
Artie,
Look who I got watching the door.
I really wasn't yelling at her, but my intern did the same thing I did to you, so he did something that didn't run by me.
All right, good.
That's what I was yelling at.
Okay. Thanks.
Hi.
Thanks for your help today.
I apologize.
How's your hernia doing? Okay? Good. Go walk over.
It's hurting more right now.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Any other bits you got, please?
Yeah, we're coming up with bits all the time. So
yeah,
we're running by it.
I see the running dialogue over in your studio with you and Ronnie. I see the routine.
There's no dialogue.
I see what's going on. Don't worry, I see everything.
I don't push.
I see it all now. It's becoming clear to me. Even me.
He is.
Don't say
Go ahead, JD. You planning any bits?
No. Well, actually, no. But, Ronnie doesn't really like being told that he's not funny. Because, like, last time you yelled at Scott, she went into Sal's office and told Sal to just go in there and hold up a sign saying stupid bald fuck.
See, this is where he
you see, that's what I don't want Ronnie doing. I don't want him encouraging Sal. I just want the guy to be security.
I mean, Sal looked at each other and we said, you know, it's not really that funny.
How long was Ronnie's class that he took? 16 hours?
Let's say hi to some people on the phone. Mark,
did that also include comedy?
I mean, this is the second time it's happened with Scott. Scott messed with my board in the middle of a show over $100 bet. That he wouldn't go in there and touch my board.
They don't have PE.
It's the second fucking time.
Mark, go ahead.
What was that?
Oh,
you remember that? Well, I'm sitting here doing the show one time, and Scott, in the middle of the show, starts coming in and touching shit on my board.
You might be my favorite.
And then we discovered he had a $100 bet.
And I said, I said, Scott, what are you doing in here? I just stopped the show. He interrupted the show. He goes, oh, there's a bet that I wouldn't touch your board for $100 and I could make $100. I said, get the fuck out of here.
That is a classic.
I mean, it's just all these fucking guys out there who are lonely.
Well, any other,
and they want my approval so bad. It's like they're dying for it.
So to win less money than way less money than he makes in his job, someone bet him to fuck with his board.
I've seen
yeah. So for $100, he would have lost his job anywhere else.
I mean, because that technically you're fucking with your boss, which could get you fired.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we had to explain to Scott that day.
Ralph, you're on the air.
Come here.
Hey, you know, part of the problem is I think Ronnie forgets what his job is.
Yeah,
well, caught up in the scene over there.
Oh, he's all impressed with himself. He knows the interns, he's got friends. I mean, it's a whole life.
Doing the Ronnie show, you know what you should do is to remind him.
I should put it back on a bread route.
Yeah. Well, to remind him what his job is, you should make him wear one of those limo driver outfits with the hat and the puffy pants and stuff.
Right.
Wild.
Make him sit around in that. Then he'll remember what his job is.
I'm not being funny.
Got it too good by me.
No, I dressed up like a
Scott doesn't learn. He's got a whole other problem. He did that once already.
Yeah.
He
fucking idiot.
It's dope.
You're sometimes very
hernia.
womanly.
He can hardly move.
He can't lift anything.
His own balls hate him.
I'm at death's door, but I have time for one more sight gag.
Yeah, I called him a week ago at his house to check on him how his hernia was. And I'm in so much pain. But now he's Mr. Jokester.
How much did you dread making that call that day.
Are you kidding? I put it off 2 days.
Don't leave like this.
Well, we're happy to know his comedy chops are back. Yes,
The laughter is the best medicine.
No, he might have, you know, some.
All right, thank you, Ralph.
Female
You remember those things on Saturday Night Live? A moment with Jack Hand. Did you ever do those things?
You know what kills me, Artie, Robin, Fred, Benji? All right, Benji, I'll talk to you.
I did.
I gotta get off the air to go meet with Mel because of major stuff that's going on here. And now I'm late because of their bit.
For Mel Karmazin?
Yeah. All right. What's his name again? Steve Langford, come on in here and do your report. I was going to tell you about Cindy Crawford getting angry at him for signing, but I guess the bit was more important. Hi, Steve. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was about.
You could go that way.
I hope there's an investigation.
Oh, Steve's probably all over it.
I think she was. Brian, go ahead. You're on the air.
Howard, great to talk to you.
Thank you.
I wanted to say, I don't know if you were just running this into a bit with Ronnie now, but it's really about time you get rid of this guy. I mean, how much more, stuff like this and just the constant stupidity with all his, let's go fuck some whores.
I know. I'm really aggravated. I can't tell you. Bobo, yes.
Hey, how you doing there, Howard? Looking back on the last 20 years, you never even heard of Ronnie years ago. He was just
because he was always in a limo.
He's grown into a monster.
Yeah, well, because I put him up here to be a security man. So he gets to hang out. He's like in show business. He's hanging out in the halls. He's losing weight. And he latched onto this Lonnie from Scores, and he became a whole thing.
Right, the whole character, yeah.
Yeah. So it's it's a whole life for him now. He's a whole new guy.
Yeah, it's too much free ranging. Now he comes to the show when he wants.
Yeah, I mean, and for him to feel free to just send the guy in here early, it's amazing. He's the guy supposed to keep people out.
Exactly.
You know what I gotta say? You really should be mad at me too, Howard. I can't let them. They would not have done that without me saying you should try it. I mean, I'm not the producer of the show.
Believe me, Artie, you should say to him, I'm not the producer.
In hindsight, that's what I could have said. So I take a lot of heat for that. They were apprehensive about it. And, if I didn't open up my yappy mouth, they wouldn't have done it.
But Howard, could I ever get to the point where he just pushes your buttons and you just flat out fire him? Would you ever see yourself doing that?
Sure.
I thought the days of Richard Simmons leaving in tears was over.
I could see me doing
I
that.
actually feel bad. Should I feel bad right now?
Thank you, Bobo.
Okay,
You didn't do it.
No, but I don't know.
I think I'm going to give Ronnie some of my
that guy gets to
He's very hurt right now.
Has he ever left the studio without crying?
I don't think so.
I learned my lesson this morning. That's it.
That's like a decade.
Not doing nothing.
So you're just a security guard from now on.
That's it.
Yes.
How funny was the guy in the elevator?
No more entertainment?
Yeah, from now on, when you want to do your interviews, seriously, no more blocking up the doorway here. Either take them in the room or take them down the hall.
Because we got to keep this area clear, right?
Exactly. Jeez. That's it.
Did I say something?
I'm doing my thing.
Yes.
You're doing a good job.
No more.
Somebody.
I'm very feminine.
Look, I'm driving on the track in my Hot Wheels limo.
Well, I'm not doing tricks on that adventure. I'm in my Scores America.
I'm in the Scores Humvee.
He said my favorite time. I took as much credit. I said at the end, too, Howard really should be mad at me, too. They wouldn't have done it if I didn't okay it, and what are you going to do? What were you thinking, Artie? Look, it is funny on the level of like a practical joke back here, but it is hard to explain to the show. It's my fault as much as it is theirs. It definitely really is.
You feel better about that, Ronnie?
No, I'm glad. I'm just, Artie stepped up.
No, I wouldn't. I told him if they did it, I would take a hit if he got mad. See, but they did think he might get mad. It was a discussion, you know. I mean,
why would he hear that?
Did you think it's
Why would he hear that?
Yes, I feel so bad for Scott and Ronnie. I did. I took a hit. I feel bad for me, too.
Look at Scott all the way down there. He wants nothing to do with Ronnie. Look how far he is. He totally sold you out. You don't give a shit anymore, right? That's the new motto. It's working. You don't give a shit.
Speculating on those monsters.
What are you filming?
He thought it was funny. Hammered.
He left very upset. I love the guy.
I said he was.
But he left that.
He's a good guy. I really feel awful.
And I said, I thought that the days of Richard was crying.
Guess again.
I am so bad. I apologize.
You're going to have to go in.
I'm going to have to go down sharply today.
To apologize to yourself.
I meant not to go like that. He said he'll come back when he feels better.
But you should call him
I will. I feel terrible. I think the guy was acting. He was really upset. I would apologize to
Did you see the look on his face when he walked in?
He was visibly shaken.
Hey, he's the comedic genius around here, not you. That's comedy writer.
Hey, we'll switch jobs. You'll be a comedian.
Scoresman's about being funny.
You can be a comedian.
Let's tell some jokes. Scoresman's about pulling pranks. Scoresman's about punchlines. Let's fuck some comics. Scoresman's about practical jokes. Let's fuck some bitch. Scoresman's about doing stand-up. Scoresman's about candid camera. Scoresman's about playing practical jokes. Scoresman playing a prank. Scoresman's got a rubber chicken hanging from the ceiling. Scoresman's about 5'2".
I'm excited that
Look who we got, the Scoresman whoopee cushion.
Well, how's it work? Ronnie has a guest come in.
Go put this in Howard's chair. Go put it in Howard's chair. It's the Scoresman whoopee cushion. Put it on his chair.
Howard will never know. He'll sit down on the air and fart. It'll be hilarious.
It'll be great. This is how it works. Take it out of the package. It's the score. Look, it even has NASCAR designs on the front.
Go put it in Howard's chair, Ronnie. Come on.
So, like, or Ronnie, when a guest comes, you're like, hey, come on, sit down over here. You got to fill out some paperwork for Gary. And then when they're not looking, you slip it under. They go, okay, we'll be right back. The Scoresman whoopee cushion.
We got a whole kit for Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie. We got funny teeth, an air horn, fake dog poop, funny hat. You got all your practical jokes right there, Ronnie.
I think he was sticking it up. He saw the clock in there and he knew he had to go.
And that was his dramatic way of taking care of that?
Yes, he's a drama queen.
Give him a message.
Don't come back. I don't know.
Hey, Rob.
Yes?
Do you think there's any truth to his, Richard being upset and crying and storming out? Or do you think that was a little bit of shtick, a little bit of...
It might, with Richard, it could be a little bit of shtick, but it could also be shtick that started from hurt feelings. It's hard to tell with him.
I thought he was really crying, but the fact that he said he had to go at 6:45 and that was about the same time
I know, that's a little suspicious, isn't it? I can't believe he can keep such a good eye on the time and know when to go out crying.
That would be a true performer, I think.
And when Tim followed him and went down the elevator with him, he cried the whole time.
That's true.
I don't know. Can he turn on and off the waterworks like that? He should be, in Hollywood acting.
Artie, do you think that was a sort of a bullshit storm out by Richard today?
Yeah, I think he had a good ass fucking going on somewhere and didn't want to miss it.
You two were really starting to click this morning. Are you upset that he left, or?
No, I was kind of happy. No, he's a good guy. He's a great guest. And I just don't like to be judged for my appearance. I find myself to be beautiful